Well, good morning once again, Dirtfish Rally friends. End of the opening stage of day 2. A shortish start to the day, but an interesting little stage. One the drivers know well. Good to see Pierre-Louis Loubet back out again this morning. What's going on here? Well, it's a scrutineering check. You know, we do get scrutineering checks quite regularly after stages. Have a look at what they're doing with these scanners. They're checking the tyres. All the tyres are chipped and barcoded and allocated to drivers. Pierre-Louis Loubet heading off into the next stage. Yeah, they're checking the tyres, making sure that the teams aren't doing anything a little bit naughty in terms of swapping tyres around between drivers. I, in my 20 years, have never heard of anyone doing that. It has happened in the past, though, and that is why we have these scrutineering sections at the end of the stages. Well, you know, quite regularly, as I say. Well, both Pierre-Louis Loubet and Takasan had issues out there yesterday. We saw Takasan on his birthday having, well, quite a big off, didn't he? It was big in terms of how far off the road he went. He went down quite a steep bank, all good with the car, though. That car looking like new again this morning. It was a desperately disappointing birthday yesterday for Takasan. What's he looking for today? Well, he's really just looking to find a little bit of confidence out there, perhaps to allow him to push on. Let's have a word with Takasan. We'll just shove a little stone under there.
Sorry, I need to go.
Go. No, listen, that happens. You know, sometimes when you come through the stage, you want to stop for as little time as possible. You've got to get air through the car, the temperatures in the engines. It's cool this morning, I have to say, really quite cool, but the temperatures rapidly build in those engine bays, and they want to get air through on the road section to cool them down. Takasan heading off. There's that, the helicopter following Oitsanak in towards the stop line here. The opening stage on Saturday morning. Off it goes. Work out. You know, there are various different helicopters that are officially following the route. There's obviously the wonderful TV chopper. He's coming around again, look. That I don't think is the television helicopter. I can't see a camera underneath that one. It could be police, it could be the FIA. I don't know who that would be. It's all very well regulated, though. You know, it's not just a free-for-all for helicopters. It can't be, can it? Particularly when you see just how well that the WRC TV helicopter has to operate out in the stages. Quite incredible. Big kudos to the pilots on the WRC TV helicopters. They do an amazing job following the cars and giving us a real sense of location and setting and challenge. This breathtaking scenery. Have a look behind Elliot. You can see all the way down to the plains and the city of Lyon. It's absolutely breathtaking. Oitsanak back out again today. Obviously he completed all the stages yesterday, but with issues in the morning with the turbo, unspecified issues in the afternoon. Let's hope he has a better day today. Looking to find some positive feedback, well, even negative feedback, but looking to find some areas that they can work on to develop his feeling with this car on gravel. How cool is this? Really cracking little place. These guys camped out overnight. They've got breakfast on the go here with the tortillas and well, I don't know what else we've got on here. The coffee, the fire. The kids have got the little fire going behind. They've just moved to come and have a look at the cars. This is what it's all about, rallying. It's all about the atmosphere. It's all about the fun. Look, they've got the pile of logs there, Elliot. That'll keep that fire going all day. These look beautiful. Look at that coffee pot. Lovely smell. Oh, the lovely smell of wood smoke combined with coffee, with tortilla, little bit of that burnt carbon as well. Oh my goodness me, I love it. Tents, they remind me a little bit too much of my Dakar experience. I'm having, they're triggering me, Elliot, they're triggering me. But it's great, isn't it? Look, they've been up here all night, they've got a great spot. They can see the cars coming along the last section of the stage and into the stop line. That is Danny Sordo. He's got a job to do today, Sordo, that is for sure. You know, he can still, I think, I'm certain, still end up on the podium. He needs to keep it quick, neat, tidy, and wait and see what happens with those battling drivers in front of him. So Rovanperä through the opening stage of the morning. Stop lines. This is, you know, rear right. Maybe got a problem rear right, we're hearing. Let's have a look. Go back a little bit, Elliot. We're not in the stop line. We're behind the spectator area. Yeah, can't see an awful lot, but maybe there's a bit of a... The tyre may be slightly off the rim. There may be something going on there. So stop lines, what goes on here? Well, clearly it's a technical requirement. You stop, you have your time cards checked, but it's the opportunity for us to get the stage end interviews. You know, the TVs here, they're sending the signals back through their RF kit. That's the RF kit behind us here, to the aeroplane, and it goes all the way back to Finland, and that is where they make the TV program. This gentleman here, FIA technical scrutineer delegate, always around, just making sure that everything's okay. Interviews, time cards, technical checks, a lot goes on at the stop line. It's really, really a dynamic place. I love it. You know, it was my second home basically for many years. You can't beat it. The smells, the sounds, the sights, the drama, the adrenaline that you hear and see at stop lines is second to none. Well, we're getting towards the pointy end of the competition. Don't forget, we're watching two really close battles out there this morning. This is the first of those battles. Thierry Neuville, less than 10 seconds behind Elfyn Evans in that battle for third place. All looks pretty good and calm in the car. It's a shortish opening stage. Just explaining earlier on about how the pictures get to you in WRC all live. It's this kit here. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? In this little box of tricks here, there's all sorts of wizardry. That's an RF transmitter. It sends the images that are attached to the camera and the microphone straight back up to the aeroplane, and then it goes all the way back to the production in Europe, and then all the way out to you on WRC Plus and all live. Time for car number 6, Thierry Neuville, 8:42.8. 8:42.8. Car number 8 was the fastest through so far, but car number, no, hang on, strange number, 69, sorry, I got that wrong. Car number 8, quickest through, 8:42.7. Car number 11, oh, sorry guys, I may be confusing you with this. We'll come back to the times in just a second. So Elfyn Evans into the stop line. Let battle commence. What have we seen in the past? Thierry Neuville has picked things up on the second day. He's got 10 seconds, just under 10 seconds to make on Elfyn Evans. Now, the time for Neuville when he came through. So the board here, you see this gentleman holding the boards. It used to be there were timing boards at the end of every stage. It's not every stage these days, but thank goodness in Mexico they have someone who is responsible for writing the times on the board, letting the drivers and the co-drivers know their time, but also perhaps more importantly, the times of the guys who have come through before them. So Elfyn Evans in that battle with Thierry Neuville. Neuville was car number 11, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Fastest driver through so far, but we will wait just 1 second or two to find out what Elfyn Evans' time is. So, Evans heads off into the scrutineering point. Our friend with the black marker pen heads to the timing boards. No, let's scribble it down for us. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. His friend is just going to relay it to him. There we go. 08. I think he said 8, something 8. Could that be an 8:38 or 08? I'm guessing, and my Spanish is not great. There we go. Oh yes, 8:38.1, 1.9 seconds quicker than Thierry Neuville. That extends Elfyn Evans' lead to beyond 10 seconds. That is exactly the start he wanted. It's the start that unfortunately we haven't seen in the past. You know, we've seen in these battles in the past, Elfyn has struggled on a Saturday morning. What a start to the day that is for Elfyn Evans. In the background, you can probably just pick out the dust. You can certainly pick out the helicopter as it peels away to pick up the next car, leaving our world champion, what is he, however many times world champion, 8 times world champion. Oh, careful, a little bit precarious here. It is Sébastien Ogier. What a day we have in store here. The battle for the lead is between Ogier and the magnificent Esa-Pekka Lappi. He was just in the form of his life yesterday. Ogier is into the stop line. What has he got to make up today? Well, he's got to find 6 seconds, just under 6 seconds on Esa-Pekka Lappi. Who's your money on? Well, my money is on Ogier. He knows how to approach this rally. He knows what it's all about. It is all about that balance between preservation and pushing. And in terms of finding that balance, no man finds it, more regularly than Sébastien Ogier. Let's wait and see how this battle has started this morning. Nice clean road for him today. Nice clean road for Lappi as well. We're just having a little look at the tyres here. Not looking too bad. The rims all look pretty good. Tyres this morning shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's quite cool out there. These roads are not too bad. They're relatively well-used roads. Little wing mirror missing there. We see that quite often. Why does that happen? Well, they're remarkably accurate, these drivers, when they're taking cuts, when they're coming in close to overhanging trees, overhanging bushes. They can be remarkably tight, and they do lose the wing mirrors. So, is that the time? 8:35.6, 8:35.6 is the time for Sebastian Ogier. Fastest by some margin so far. Lappi, wow, what's his response? Let's wait and see. Oh my goodness me. Oh, we should be seeing Esa-Pekka Lappi coming through that gap in the hills there. What we understand is that he stopped in the stage. Throwback to Sardinia last year. He led at the end of Friday. First stage Saturday morning. Towards the end of the stage, he stopped at the side of the road. It was all over. Is it all over this morning for Esa-Pekka Lappi? Well, he still might make it to the stop line. We're not entirely sure what's happening. This is the absolute height of drama here in the hills above Leon. Desperately bad luck for Esa-Pekka Lappi. He looked, he sounded, he drove beautifully, confidently yesterday, but this morning something has gone wrong. We will bring you the news just as soon as we can on what's happened with Esa-Pekka Lappi. Well, folks, hopefully that's given you a little more of a flavour into what happens at a stop line with the wonderful WRC TV, the wonderful timing marshals. Obviously, we had the technical scrutineering point here. They're busy places, aren't they, stop lines? But the biggest news of the morning, quite clearly, is that Esa-Pekka Lappi hasn't made it here. Now, we're hearing that he is stopped. He will definitely not be going any further. The really, really important news to get across to you is that Yanni and Esa-Pekka are both out of the car and are both fine. Now, we're going to try and make our way to the car and bring you some more images, some more news from there, if we can get there, folks. Can't guarantee it. We're going to do our very best, as we always do. So, stop line action here. Let's see what's happened in the stage with Esa-Pekka Lappi.